Hello and welcome. It's your normal-sized Asian Santa coming to you today with another one of these intriguing FIFA 18 experiments. It's very hard to talk in this beard, but I will get through it. Shout out to Lolo McGinnis, who gave me the suggestion that I'm doing today. He says I should do the best bald players versus the best long-haired players. Well, I did like that idea. I took it a step further. I want to do, and this is going to be highly subjective, the best hair in football versus the worst hair in football. Now, as I just mentioned, this is highly subjective because there are some fans of Pogba's hair and there are some not so great fans of Pogba's hair. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So best hair is pretty much up to my discretion. If I think it's, it's a cool hairdo, if it's a snazzy, neat hairdo, now I'm going to put them on the best hair team. And then for the worst hair team, it's going to be mostly people who I think's, their hair's shit, okay? It's either, they've styled it very, very odd, it's not working for them, they went some weird dye job, or they're either bald or balding. Either way, this was a really fun one to go ahead and assemble, so without further ado, let's check out the teams. First, Becky with the good hair. And of course, you got to know, if I'm gonna put the best hair on any team, it's got to be Selfie FC, Arsenal. And leading it off is arguably the most beautiful man in all of football. He's a goddamn Adonis. It's fairly safe to say, at least in my personal opinion, that Cristiano Ronaldo has had some pretty snazzy hairstyles. Although his latest one just looks like a bunch of worms on his head. I'm not a big fan, but for the most of his history as a footballer, incredible hair. Alright, next up, the Lion's Mane himself. Say what you want about his style of play and his very aggressive face. The man has got absolutely gorgeous head and shoulder locks. Brilliant, brilliant hair. I cannot imagine another man possibly leading our line than Edison Cavani. Over on the right, a little bit of a sleeper pick. I'm going to tell you this, right wingers are just kind of an awkward position for hair in general. What the fuck am I doing? But anyway, we got Mohamed Salah. I don't know how you would absolutely describe this, but the Egyptian fro thing he's got going on, I'm digging it. I like it. Next up at Cam, probably the most highly debated spot on this team for best hair, because there's some high contenders here. I will put Paulo Dybala, not just because he was the highest rated, because the people right behind him are actually right there with him. You got Ozil, who's got a weird face. Let's just be real about it. But solid hair throughout the years. I even like the long hairband hair that he's doing. I like the coif that he's doing here. But I think Paulo Dybala, just a better coif. James Rodriguez, excellent hair. But I had to go with Paulo Dybala. Mask of the Warrior Santa. Next up at CM is Isco Disco. Fantastic hair. I mean, long, short. It's always looking good. First controversial one I think is going to be on here is Paul Pogba. I think currently his hair's fine. There have been some questionable hairstyles. I mean, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I like it when he did the Pokeball into his hair. He is very debatable, okay? But for me, I like Pogba's hair. You guys can vote up in the thingies right now. What do you think, Pogba's hair? Do you think it's shit? Do you think it's great? Let me know. At left back, it has to be the majestic fro. I'm a sucker for fros, man. You see Mohamed Salah is in here. Marcelo is also in here. Also, who else could possibly be the best hair at left back? Come on. Matt Hummels, even though it's short right now, do you remember with his long, lusty locks? He looks like a gorgeous pirate. If Captain Morgan was a supermodel, he would look like Matt Hummels. Next to him, once again, maybe a little bit debatable, but I am a sucker for fro-y hair. We got David Luiz, Sideshow Bob himself. Lovely. And then at right back, this one, you could debate this one. Even I can't even convince myself, really, that Bellerin's long hair really works for him. But it's long and it's silky and it looks very healthy. So I just went with that, Ha! Gay! And in that is Gigi Buffon. People might say, I'm a big fan of David De Gea's hair as well. I'm going to do this out of respect and longevity. Gigi Buffon, alright, is a staggering 39 years old, and his hair still looks so fantastic. Like, we should all hope to dare to dream to have hair this great at the age of 39. Simply stunning. But if I'm gonna be honest, if we're just going on hair, boom, Ochoa. Look at that, just a male peacock's nest. I don't know why a male peacock has a nest, but if a male peacock did make a nest, it would look like Ochoa's hair. And then we got a lot of honorable mentions on the bench. Obviously, you got to add the prettiest man in the Premier League, Olivier Giroud. Center back, you got Kostas Manolas, who already talked about. Ozo. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you know, his hair is getting a little bit thinner, the hairline a little bit receding, but come on, majestic, majestic. Sergio Ramos, another beautiful man. Back up at left back is Daley Blind. We got Coutinho. I like the quiff of him, styling, very, very nice. Same thing with Ramsey, very neat, very tidy hairstyle. Marco Reus, I think, is one of the first ones that I ever really saw, like the quintessential kind of undercut. And I got a couple more undercut quiffs over here. You got Riyad Mahrez and Krishaliak, and then Sami Khedira. Right now he's rocking it kind of neat, but I also digged it when he had like the long hair with the headband. Bring that back, man. It was a good look. But that is it for the good hair. Let me know in the comments down below who I missed off of the list, but I think, you know. And now let's go over to shit hair, and I'm gonna move across town to the rivals, that's Tottenham. Going up top is Neymar. Once again, a little bit debatable. I've actually liked the majority of Neymar's hairstyles throughout his career, especially his younger years over at Santos when he first came over to Barcelona. It's his most recent kind of haircut, like the blonde one last season at Barcelona, just ugh. You know what I'm saying? Another guy over here, little bit debatable, because I think naturally he has one of the most beautiful heads of hair in the world football right now, and that is Antoine Griezmann. You might be screaming at your screen now, how could you put Hotline Bling on the bad hair list? And it's simply because of this picture I'm about to post up on the screen. Whoever did this hair dye job, like, you should be fired. You should never go near anyone's hair ever again. Because honestly, he's had his hair dyed like this platinum blonde color before, and it works for him, alright? I'm trying to be a hater. I liked it. I even liked it when it was kind of like this off-color tip thing. Look good on him. Man to man, no homo. Actually, more homo. Look good. But this newest man, just look at the picture. He looks like a sad poodle. No bueno, buddy. And for that, I'm putting him on the bad hair list. And let's go an easy one, okay? The right mid position for bad hair, we're just gonna go with the bald guy. No controversy here, it's Arjen Robben, alright? The last time Arjen Robben had hair, he played for Chelsea, and back then he looked somehow like an older version of Charlie Adam. In the midfield, you got a lot of really crap hairstyles in the midfield. I'm not even gonna lie right here. First off, you got Hamsik, who looks like a human barracuda. Iniesta, I mean, fantastic player, but the hairline has not been one of his stronger suits throughout his career. N'Golo Kante is bald. To be honest, it suits him. I can't really imagine him with hair. Then you got Juan Fran and right back, and yeah, he's, you know, Father Time comes for us all, Juan Fran. I see that hairline coming back. Same thing with Chiellini, you know. In fact, this whole entire backline, this is the Rogaine backline right here. Because everyone on here, they probably looked great when they were younger, but it's just, you know, it's just receding, and they 2 to 3 years away from just shaving it all off, you know. And then in between the sticks, you got Petr Cech, who, I'm gonna be honest, almost put him on the awesome hair list just because he wears a helmet. But surprisingly enough, it was difficult to find a good keeper that has shit hair. Of all the positions, it was arguably the toughest. I don't know, something about being a keeper. Look at Buffon, 39, great hair. Like, Cech was the only one with, like, you know, slightly balding. And even in this picture, he's not even that bad. And then his backup is Pepe Reina, and I only took him because he's bald. He's been bald. Once again, part of Team Rogaine. Ooh, a big one on here. I don't know how he doesn't make the starting lineup. Is Wayne Rooney. I'm not talking about now Wayne Rooney, because let's be honest, he spent a lot of millions on those hair plugs, and it doesn't look too bad. I've seen way worse hair plugs than what he got on his noggin right now. But oh man, like age 24, 25 Wayne Rooney? Goddamn. Goddamn. He looked like a grandpa out there running on the pitch. It was so bad that he's been quoted as saying that his loss of hair affected his confidence and ability to play on the pitch. That's why he went and got those hair plugs. I hope I never go bald, but it'll probably happen. Speaking of bald man, we got Zabaleta over here, Lukaku, who used to have like just glorious dreads. Nongolan, like, I know he's a combination over here, okay? Fantastic midfielder. I love him because he's part Asian, but once again, some questionable ass porcupine hairstyles throughout the years. And also, if you look at him in this picture, definitely a receding hairline as well. And you got old man Mascherano, I mean, you know, another member of Team Rogaine. Vidal, very close. You know, him and Nonglin probably probably have the same barber. I actually don't mind a lot of Vidal's haircuts, but just some of them are just I don't know. I don't like the dinosaur head. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like a bunch of spikes. Lucas at PSG. I remember when he first went over to Paris Saint-Germain, bright-faced, bushy-eyed. Now he looks like a middle-aged accountant. It sucks. It starts early, guys. I'm telling you. Everyone in here who like 17, 18, you already seeing like spotting up. You gotta hit that road game quick. Hit it then. You gotta be preemptive, man. You can save what is there. You cannot put back what is gone. Not that I would know. And then you got Denisov. This left back I think plays in the Russian league. And come on, man, you just gotta let it go. You just gotta let it go. When you start looking like the supervillain from Green Lantern, it's time. Shave it, bruh. And then another one who's debatable, El Shaarawy at left wing. A lot of people love his hairstyles, very distinct in FIFA. A lot of people think it's absolute shit. I think he'll be another fun one. Go ahead, vote up in the I think is right here. Do you think El Shaarawy's hairstyle is shit? Now, as you compare these two teams, honestly, I think, you know, the shittier hairstyle team is better. And to me, this kind of makes sense. If you give a shit less about your hair, then you have more shits to give about the way that you play. And I think with that logic, go ahead, vote them in the eye thingies. Who do you think is going to win between the good hair team versus the shit hair team? And alright, we sit on July 1st of 2017. And I'm going to go ahead and sim it up to the halfway point and see how the lads are doing. January 1st, go ahead, let's get it in. And as you guys know, I have to go ahead and make a prediction. And if I get it right, well, nothing actually happens. I just get to go about my way. But if I get my prediction wrong, then usually I have to go ahead and do a forfeit. And if you could not tell, it is Christmas time. It is approaching. We should be in the giving spirit. And I think if I get my prediction wrong, once again, I'll be giving away another copy of FIFA 18. So with that, I have to go ahead and make my decision on who I am going to root for. I'm gonna go with the logic that if you have shit hair, then you have, you know, more energy and time to focus on actual football and getting better. I know this is kind of flawed logic because the bad hair team has people like Griezmann and Neymar and El Shaarawy who obviously put a lot of time into their hair. I don't know. I just feel something. I just feel something about that side, and I'm gonna root for him. But until then, take it away from another man who has great hair, Joey Wheeler. Go Time Wizard! Alright, we're in January 2018. Let's go ahead and check out the player stats and see how people are doing. As you can see at the top, it is Neymar with the bad hair, but it's followed up very closely with Ronaldo with the good hair. And we go all the way down. No one really else from either Tottenham or Arsenal on this list. Very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and go over to assists. It is Arsenal who is on top. Paulo Dybala and the good hair taking the lead, and then Ramsey with 5. Really? All right, with 4. Tottenham's Neymar is in there with 5, and then a couple of others from Tottenham. You got Lukaku in at 9th with 4. So still relatively close in between the two teams, although I would give a slight edge to Arsenal. Now, this is going to be telling right here. What? But the highest out of the pertinent teams is Ochoa of Arsenal. The brilliant main man has 7. And that I ain't even mad at. I'm legit not mad at. He's got 7. And then you got Petr Cech with 5. So it's still pretty close, but definitely a nice little edge for the people with the good hair. I gotta give it to the... Oh! What? I'm not gonna argue, but I thought the stats had really dictated that Arsenal were gonna be in the lead on this, but I had drastically miscalculated. And this is very strange, to say the least. At the halfway point, Spurs and the bad hair go ahead and lead it with 45. Arsenal is off of the top by only 4 points, so it's not all that much. Now, it is I forgot to mention this earlier, it doesn't matter who wins the league. So Manchester United or Leicester do end up winning. That doesn't affect anything. We're purely measuring which one of these teams finishes higher than the other one in the table. And as of now, it's razor close. As you can see, Spurs and Arsenal have scored the exact same amount of goals. And in fact, Spurs have allowed more goals, but are somehow on top. So this is anyone's game right now. So let's go ahead. Let's take it up to June 1st. Take it away, Time Wizard. Go Time Wizard! Alright, we're on June 1st of 2018. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats right now. And it is Neymar of Tottenham and the shit hair that is on top for the goals of 22. He's got the golden boot. Ronaldo and Arsenal is on here with 14. So, You know, it's not great, but it's not awful. Let's go over to assist Dybala. Woo, Arsenal going ahead and making it up here because Dybala and Ronaldo on top with 9 and 8 apiece. And we go ahead. Wow, no one from Spurs on the list. No one on Spurs is on the assist list. Moving on to clean sheets, and it is Arsenal's Ochoa who's the highest. And check, it's not too far off. Ochoa has 11, Tottenham have 9. This is going to be very, very close. The stats say that Arsenal probably did better, but it's razor thin. Let's go over. I'm not going to look. Name on the top. It is Arsenal! Oh my god, they nipped it. Oh, it wasn't even close. It was not even close. They blew them out in the second half of the season. In fact, they only lost to Manchester United on goal differential. Also, how the fuck did Manchester United win this? They didn't have Zlatan. They didn't have Lukaku. They didn't have Pogba. You know, FIFA rigged. And with that, you know, I have to give up a copy of FIFA 18. To be eligible to go ahead and win this copy of FIFA 18, I need you to go ahead, follow me on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, just make one. Doesn't take all that long. And I want you to go ahead and tweet at me who you think has the best hair in football. Must be a picture. Don't just tweet and say something. Tweet me a picture of the best hair in football. And then in 1 week's time, I'll go ahead and choose whoever I think has the best picture out of all of them, and you'll be a winner of FIFA 18. If you want to check out my latest FIFA 17 experiment, go ahead and click over here, Digsy Poos. If you want to check out my attempt at relegating Manchester City, because literally there's nothing else that's going to stop them from winning the league this year except me and FIFA, go ahead and click over here, Digsy Poos. Anyway, my name is BMOnus. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Understand yourself, stay humble, and be weird. Until next time, stay chubby.